17 classic works of art for horror lovers. Anguish, chills, and creeps, all of this is caused by these 17 works of art by great masters that we have compiled today to take a virtual tour that will make you tremble with fear. Number 17. Hell, artwork by William Adolphe Bouguereau, from the year 1850. Also known as Dante and Virgil in Hell, from the year 1850, it is a painting by William Adolphe Bouguereau. Raw and realistic, it portrays the scene in which both characters go through the eighth circle of hell and observe a poor soul being stalked by a demon. Number 16. Skull with Cigarette, artwork by Vincent van Gogh, from the year 1886. This work from the year 1886, from the early days of Vincent van Gogh, is a memento mori, not without irony. In these years, the painter was studying in Antwerp, Belgium, and probably made many sketches of skeletons as part of his academic exercises. Number 15. The Ghost of a Flea, artwork by William Blake, from the year 1819 to the year 1820. Between the year 1819 and 1820, William Blake made this work in which he raises a reflection on human nature, which explains the following. In the soul of fleas lives the ghost of the most abject and hungry human beings, who only feed on the blood of others. That is why the Creator confined them to the tiny body of a flea to enslave their monstrosity. Number 14. Smiling Spider, artwork by Odilon Redon, from the year 1881. This horror work by artist Odilon Redon, from his most sinister period, in which he experiments with black and haunting figures, this creepy work, especially for arachnophobes, was completed in the year 1881. Number 13. The Eye, artwork by Odilon Redon, from the year 1883. Odilon Redon is considered the precursor of Surrealism. In his darkest stage, he experimented with sinister forms, in an unusual way for his time, as in this macabre work, titled, The Eye, made in 1883. Number 12. The Ghost, artwork by Katsushika Hokusai, from the year 1831. Katsushika Hokusai, known simply as Hokusai, was a Japanese artist whose best-known work is probably The Great Wave. However, he was a very prolific author who also signed with numerous pseudonyms. It belongs to the series known as Paintings of the Floating World. This work entitled, The Ghost, is from the year 1831. Number 11. The Scream, a work of art by Edvard Munch, from the year 1893. The Scream is the title given to 4 paintings by the Norwegian, Edvard Munch, an iconic painting and highly mediated also due to the theft of various versions of the works, which have occurred in recent years. It is considered one of the most important works of Expressionism, and represents the anguish and existential despair of a human figure. In the background, the landscape represents the city of Oslo. Number 10. Great Electric Chair, artwork by Andy Warhol, from the year 1967. The American Andy Warhol created a series entitled Great Electric Chair, in 1967, alluding to the high sentences for electrocution, which at that time were controversial in New York. The work is based on a photograph of an empty execution chamber. Number 9. Skeleton of Mysterious Creature, artwork by Hans Ruedi from Unknown Year. The contemporary painter and sculptor Hans Ruedi worked works inspired by gloomy landscapes. The nightmare is the main theme in his works, and they were taken as inspiration for Ridley Scott to create the character, Alien. Number 8. The Face of War, artwork by Salvador Dali, from the year 1941. Painted when Salvador Dali was in the United States, after escaping from Europe with Gala, from the Spanish Civil War, in 1941. The death mask appears in a desert landscape, and his anguish multiplies infinitely in a obsessive and dreamlike. Number 7. The Plague, artwork by Arnold Böcklin, from the year 1898. The Plague, or also known as The Plague, by Swiss artist Arnold Böcklin, from 1898, is one of many paintings in which the artist reflects his obsession with nightmares of war, plague, and death. Number 6. The Nightmare, artwork by Johann Heinrich Füssli, from the year 1781. This is the best-known work by the Swiss, Johann Heinrich Füssli, made in 1781. Halfway between Neoclassicism and Romanticism, the work is inspired by Giulio Romano's dream of Hecuba. In it we see a sleeping woman possessed by an incubus, a demon that appears in malevolent dreams, appearing in the background the head of a ghostly air horse that contemplates the scene. Number 5. Anguish, artwork by Alfred Cuban, from the year 1903. The Austrian expressionist writer and illustrator, of Czech origin, Alfred Cuban, is an important representative of Expressionism. He stands out for his dark, spectral and symbolic fantasies, usually related by thematic series, such as this symbolist drawing titled Anguish, from the year 1903. Number 4. Study for the Portrait of Pope Innocent X, artwork by Francis Bacon, from the year 1954. The Portrait of Innocent X, from the year 1650, by Velázquez, is the work that inspired Francis Bacon in 1954 to make this creepy painting, in which the Pope appears as a demonic entity. Number 3. Saturn Devouring His Son, a work of art by Francisco de Goya, from the year 1819 to the year 1823. Francisco de Goya represents in this painting the moment when the god Saturn devours one of his children, a cannibalism that he carried out for fear of being dethroned by his offspring. The painting is one of the oil paintings on plaster, which were part of the decoration of the walls of Goya's house. It belongs to Goya's monstrous black paintings in which he also represented covens, demons, witches, flying devils and grotesque deformations. Number 2. Pyramid of Skulls, artwork by Paul Cézanne, from the year 1901. This painting by Paul Cézanne, from 1901, belongs to the last period of the French painter, when he painted numerous vanitas, moralizing paintings in which the skull reminds us that in death we are all equal. However, this Cézanne work appears to be only a still life of bones, balanced. Number 1. The Head of Medusa, artwork by Caravaggio, from the year 1597. This piece by Caravaggio, from the year 1597, is currently in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. In this work, the head of Medusa is represented, the mythological creature capable of turning those who looked directly into its eyes into stone. The Italian artist, it seems, self-portrayed himself in this face with snakes.